Jai Hind children, welcome back to our English online classes. Today we are going to learn a very beautiful poem, The Wonderful Words. The name of the poem is The Wonderful Words. This poem is written by Mary O'Neill. She was an Irish poet and playwright. In this poem, the poet brings out the importance of language or words. Thoughts die if one does not say it out. To say it out, one must need words. So we have to learn and stock words in our minds. The poet says that English is an interesting language, so everybody should learn it. We need to choose the appropriate words to match our thoughts. It will help us to express ideas freely, beautifully, and effectively. Many ideas are not expressed in lack of appropriate words. According to the poet, words act as food and a dress of thought. They give wings. Everybody around the world wishes to hear fresh and lovely ideas. Only words have the power to set ideas free. Without language and appropriate use of words, it is almost impossible to imagine the beautiful world. Now let's listen to the poem. The Wonderful Words. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. Words are the food and dress of thought. They give it its body and swing. And everyone is longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. Mary O'Neill. Now we shall have a detailed study of the poem. The first two lines. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. Here, the poetess says that never let a thought, let means allow, never allow a thought to shrivel and die. Shrivel means dry. So, never allow a thought to dry and die for want of a way to say it. Want of a way means because of a lack of a way, because you don't know the way. Because that reason you don't know to express your ideas, never allow your thought to dry and die. If we don't have a way to say, our thoughts will dry and die within ourselves. We should not allow that. We must bring our thoughts outside. And the only way to bring it out is the wonderful words. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. Here the poet says that English is a wonderful language with beautiful words. All of us can learn this language easily. We must read more and more, then we will be able to use words
All
so
that you
naturally,
do is match
just
the
like
words
a
to the
game.
brightest thoughts in your head.
Here the poet says that we have to select the appropriate words which will match to the brightest thoughts in our head. We may have some good, interesting ideas or thoughts in our head. If we don't have the appropriate words, we cannot express it properly. So, you have to gain the knowledge of language and you have to improve your vocabulary. Then only we will be able to select the appropriate words to match with our brightest thoughts that is in our head, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. Here the poet says that if we have a good collection of vocabulary, our ideas can come out clear and true. Because now we are able to choose the appropriate words to express our ideas. We can express our ideas handsomely, groomed and fed. Handsomely means attractively, and groomed means decorated. So we can attractively decorate our ideas with beautiful words, and wonderfully we can present our thoughts in front of others. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. Here the poet thinks or believes that the most loveliest things are yet to be said. They have never expressed, because sometimes we are not able to express all our feelings with words. Actually, words are not sufficient for humans to express all the brightest thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Words are the food and dress of thought. They give it its body and swing. Here, the poet says that words are the food and dress of thought. We eat food to nourish our body, and we wear dresses to appear more beautiful. Just like that, thought or idea can be nourished or beautified by words. Only words can give life and body to the thought. Thus, the thought can swing, which means it can reach out to persons. And everyone is longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. In these lines, we can see that the poet says that everyone is longing. Longing means desiring. Everyone is desiring to hear some fresh and beautiful ideas or thoughts. People always seek for the fresh ideas. They don't want to listen to the same thing. They don't want to read the same book, but they want new things to be listened to. Here the poet considers you as the source of new ideas. The young generation, that's you, have the beautiful new ideas in yourself, and you have to bring it forth to the world so that people can get some fresh, beautiful and valuable ideas from the young mind. Through these lines, the poetess motivates each one of you to express your ideas and thoughts in words. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Here, the poetess tells the young generation how is it possible for them to express their ideas. Only words can free a thought from your mind. Unless and until you put your thoughts into words, the new ideas cannot be freed from the prison of your mind. When your ideas are not expressed, it is in the prison. But when you express it with wonderful words, it will be freed and it will be freshen up many people with your valuable ideas. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. Now
The poet concludes the poem by saying that now itself, while listening to this poem, now itself your mind may hold a new marvelous idea. Marvelous means wonderful. You may have a wonderful idea right now. What you have to do is express that idea with wonderful words so that your idea may come out to the world. Let it be freed from the prison of your mind. Express it with beautiful, wonderful words. Let's listen to the poem once again. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. Words are the food and dress of thought. They give it its body and swing, and everyone is longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. Mary O'Neill. Children, hope you understood the poem very well. After watching this video, take your time and read the poem by yourself as many times as you can. It will help you to understand the poem very well. It will enrich your vocabulary. It will give you the knowledge about language very much. Now let's do the exercise from your textbook, page number 83. Working with the poem. With your partner, complete the following sentences in your own words using the ideas in the poem. First one, do not let a thought shrivel and die because of lacking a way to say it. Next one, English is a wonderful game with words that everyone can play. Next one has to match the words to the brightest thoughts in the mind. And the last one, words are the food and dress of thought. So dear children, for the second exercise, find out the meanings of the following lines. You have to do by yourself. So after watching this video, read the poem many times and you will get the meanings of the lines given there from the poem itself. So find it out. During the Zoom meeting, I will be asking each and every one of you.